The idea that what Alpine pulled with the help of the sociology department at the University of Pittsburgh was somehow separate from the script of Gail Burstyn is absurd. It also shows that Joe Biden, while preferable to Trumpy Tune, and his favorites were party to the AIDS attack and that the NAACP sanctioned the whole business. You can easily see that by their long silence. What Alpina did was seduce me, as though it was a collegiate one night stand, and then sprang on me that she had married this dude who she was calling her roommate, and I thought was another woman. So he could get into the University of Pittsburgh Zuclear program more easily from India. The NAACP had spy cameras set up with the men who kidnapped and tortured me as a child. Tacoma, which is a military shithole, focused on the idea that I went out siphoning gas with Billy Gutendorf to borrow someone's car who Pugliosi had put the keys in the doorway of so that I would see them and find them as a child and bring to the attention of Gutendorf. The reality is that I was absolutely under the control of a military right wing who had slaughteringly battered me in the head and implanted a neurological agent with the help of the neurobehavioral research at the University of Pittsburgh, a man named Wattenmaker, who had long planned this business with Attenborough. Attenborough and Wattenmaker were in cahoots with King Crimson. Wattenmaker was a psychiatrist from the Attica State Prison. He knew that a child absolutely brutalized with nowhere to turn under death threats would try to please the people around them so that they would let up a little bit and then engage in escape behaviors. And so they have this thing that they brought in from Britain and Japan and Israel to say you can't escape that you were out that night with Gutendorf. But if you look at Willie Wattmaker and Gutendorf, you see what Penis Gabriel has been up to. They hid and went digging in the dirt for the Venus of Willendorf, Dee Dee, the reason they killed Martin Luther King. And of course, they come in with a royal Senegalese king saying, I am the closest continuer of king and I want revenge on the white symbol of the Eisenhower era and Kennedy era. And of course, they killed Circe. And this is the mind of Penis Gabriel Wick. Willie Wattmaker, Billy Gutendorf, Willendorf, Dee Dee digging in the dirt and they unearthed the reason why they killed Martin Luther King. Okay, it's criminally insane, but the police, the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, Trumpy Tune, all of them were in on it. All of them see it as the answer. An arc, Hail Mary, Rainbow Warriors. And they showed me the swastika at the University of Pittsburgh. Mountains of swastikas. There were so many on this mountain of swastikas that they could be mistaken for a Cambodian mass grave full of skulls. And they said that these were sacred African symbols. Sacred African symbols. Mountains of swastikas in the United States, and they stamped German Green Party on the obituary of my human rights teacher father. And they did all this behind his back to his son as a symbol. And these people think burning a flag is bad. They kidnapped and tortured a child because he was a symbol of the Eisenhower Kennedy era. Okay, this is so criminally insane that the mind boggles. And Alpine was involved in this because the same gang were the ones who were filming, was my whole point. They were filming this thing. And they'd say, oh, that was legal, but it wasn't pretty. And we'll go tell everybody, right? So they have, it's almost robotic. The black man gets angry because the white was sleeping with a dark-skinned woman, that sort of Bobby Yindle dark-skinned woman, you know, David Duke country, Bobby Yindle. And they put out this film, I call it the Telltale Clip, that shows that it's Pussy Ball. It shows that Ringo Starr is behind it. Shows that the Japanese woman cuts a deal with the black man to get revenge on the white, and it's all set up. It was called Two Virgins Pussy Bowl, and who did they say this was found art? It wasn't found art. It was all scripted. Gail Burstyn was on the cover of King Crimson's records. Two Virgins was Revolution #9. It all came from the mind of John Lennon. And when you look at the actual mechanics of Pentagon Disney and the people who were involved, strikingly enough, in supposedly finding a script that they wrote without even looking at it, they knew what it contained and had a whole machine in place to make a play on it. These were the people from Pentagon Disney who were working with John Lennon, who were in control of media, who could make it look by Pentagon Disney methods, by Hollywood methods like he died. And they scoot him away, get him somewhere safe so that he can watch the fun as the hidden man. And they say they were the Swami Nostra. And they were playing off my poetry, blowing things up. Oh, look at the nonviolent. He can still speak. He can still scream. We'll squeeze him. It's primal scream therapy. And they bring in these deadly, deadly sadist queers. They poisoned me in the mouth and said that they were the NAACP, asserting, education in the realm of hospital violence. It's all criminally insane, and it's coming out of this area where Inslee is, the Green Movement, and the University of Washington. Of course, they have these dacoits at places like the University of Pittsburgh who have long ruminated on the nature of reality. You can get them talking about the nature of reality. The nature of reality is power, it's real estate, it's who gets laid, it's the nature of reality. John Schulman didn't do anything wrong. He got tripped up. That's their mindset. And they didn't do anything wrong by implanting a behavioral modification implant in a absolutely traumatized child. Force him to go into stolen cars so he would be too afraid to tell anyone that he was tortured. And this is their whole gig. They think they are wonderful. They think they are so wonderful for pulling off the COVID attack. They think they are neat. You should see Penis Gabriel laughing about how he pulled off the AIDS attack and got the victims to cheer him. It's all from the Zappa retardation that has been implanted in the idea of free speech without making sense. Remember, they said, stop making sense. Of course they want you to stop making sense, because they want to hoodwink you.